Hey guys, so, oh my gosh, like 2 weeks ago, on August 30th, Adri got these new earrings and she's been wearing them. Don't mind my hair. Oh my gosh, Allie, turn it down. She's been wearing these same earrings and she always puts her earrings in like too tight, but then when I try to loosen them up, she doesn't let me because she says it hurts too bad. So like 2 weeks ago, her earring got caught on her sheets and kind of ripped out, and she had like blood on her sheet. Well, actually, it ripped out at Nana's house. It got caught in her sleep. So Nana has that earring, but then when Adri came home the next night, it kind of, I don't know if she scratched it in her sleep or what, and it kind of like started bleeding. Oh my gosh, Alex. So then I was going to take her other earring out so she wasn't just wearing one earring, but this earring hurt too bad. She wouldn't let me mess with it to get the back off because, like I said, she always puts the backs on too tight. So I'm like, whatever, if it's not bothering you, whatever. So a week goes by, and she never says a word about anything. I get a phone call from the school nurse, and she says, oh my gosh, Allie Bug. And the school nurse says, Angie? And I'm like, yeah. She said, your little one was just down here in the nurses, whatever. You know what, she's like, your nurse. Okay, the nurse said, Angie, your little one was just down here. She said her earring fell out. She was sitting in class and her earring fell out. And I was like, okay. She said her earring hole has ripped clear through her ear. And I was like, what? And I said, is she okay? She said, yeah. She said, it's not bleeding. It's not anything. She said, by the looks of it, it's been slowly happening, like, for a while. And she's like, you'll understand what I mean when you get home. She said, by the looks of it, the skin's already healed, but her skin, or her ear, she said the earring hole just ripped all the way through. And I said, do I need to come get her? She's like, no, she's fine. So I go to pick her up from school, and I get her in the car, her earring hole. So apparently over the last couple weeks, her earring was just slowly tearing, like, her earring hole. Slower. And then, like, the other day at school, it was just, like, apparently just attached by a tiny little piece at the bottom of her ear, and it gave out. So her ear, from the top of the earring hole all the way down, it's like two flaps. It's completely, I think it's called bisected. And this, like, each flap, the skin is, like, completely healed because it was just, as it was slowly tearing its way down, the top started slowly healing. And so it's, like, just the very tiny part at the bottom was, like, a fresh, open skin. Sorry. So I called my doctor's up. Well, hold on. Why am I blurry? So I sent a picture of her ear to our nurse to show the doctor to see if I need to make her an appointment or what I need to do. Oh my gosh, I look rough, especially with my hair all weird. And the doctor said there's pretty much nothing he can do because the skin is already healed. If the skin was still open, they could stitch it and it would grow back together. But since the skin is healed, it can't grow back together. So my only hope was I took a Band-Aid, like the flexible fabric ones, and I just cut a strip off of the fabric part, not the gauzy part, the fabric part, and put it on the back of her ear, and then I placed the two little flaps, I lined them up perfectly, so they were lined up and they were, touching each other together. So the only hope was at the very bottom of her ear, where it was still kind of open, would slowly grow back together, and then I, like, folded the flap over. So her ear is taped. I will insert pictures of her, what her ear did, and then a picture of, like, how I bandaged it. I'm not taking the bandage off because those things are super sticky, so that's why I use that, so it would stay on there for a little while. But my doctor said, more than likely she's going to have to go see a plastic surgeon to reattach those two flaps of skin. But I wasn't going to leave it open and have her, because she freaked out at school. She said nobody sat with her at library because of her ear that day, which I don't think that was the case. I think it was just coincidental. No one ended up sitting at her table at library. So she said she sat in the library and cried the whole time in the library because none of her friends would sit with her. But yeah, so I have like I said, I made my own little tape strip, and that's what the nurse said. She said you could try it. That's the only thing that you could try that might help, is maybe that tiny spot. But then if the very bottom grows, it's going to be a huge open hole that's going to have to be fixed anyway with a plastic surgeon. I think they go in and they laser, like, the edges, like the whole side of each part of the flap, and then they stitch it back together so that the skin can grow. But I think they put them out for that. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm going to wait till the little sticky thing comes off. Because like I said, I don't want her to be running around with two ear flaps. But oh my gosh, I about freaked out. So yeah, I'm gonna insert a picture. When I picked her up from school, her principal said when he was in high school, his basketball coach ripped both of his earrings out and he taped them and they healed. It's like, yeah, but yours were fresh. And I've had other people say they had their earrings ripped out and they just like they had them stitched together or they healed. But like my doctor said, the skin's already healed. So that'd be like putting my two fingers together and expecting them to grow together. It's not going to happen. It's not open skin. You know what I mean? But if my two fingers were like cut open and the skin was open flesh and my fingers were taped together, they'd probably grow together. That's how her ear is. So yeah, even though the nurse told me what was going on, I just couldn't wrap my mind around exactly what it would look like. And then when she got in the car and showed me, I about freaked. I was like, oh my God, you poor thing. I'm like, it never hurt the whole time. She's like, no, Mom, it never hurt. Because like if something hurts, she always tells me. So it was just such a slow little tear. It might have been like during the night, like if she moved certain ways, it was slowly tearing. I have no idea, but her ear never hurt. So at first I'm like, oh my God, what kind of mom am I to not even know that her ear is ripping? But she didn't even know. It never hurt a single time. It would only hurt if I tried to take the back off because it was just too tight. It would kind of pinch her ear when I tried to stick my fingernail behind it to pull the back out. Other than that, it never bothered her a single bit. Like, I've never heard of this. It's completely crazy. Most people that I've talked to, like, if they had an earring ripped out, it was just, like, a quick thing. It got ripped out, which, oh, man, that would hurt so bad. But hers was, like, slowly over time. But at least, I mean, we're happy to know that she's not stuck with her ear being two flaps. But, oh, my gosh, I couldn't imagine being 7-year-old. I couldn't imagine it happening to me now. But she's a trooper. Like, it doesn't bother her. She just... I'm keeping it taped just to see if it'll grow back. Like I said, even if it does grow back at the bottom, she'll have to see a plastic surgeon or else it's just going to be a huge hole and she won't be able to wear earrings. But yeah, it is crazy. But yeah, that's what we got going on.